Hare Krishna, all glories to the assembled devotees, all
Hare
glories to
Krishna
Sri
Mataji.
Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So, we'll just start with Jayarada Madhav and the Pranam mantras, and then in the meantime, I hope more devotees will join. Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne, Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pacharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
It's into the bridge to set. The chief will talk to prepare for.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Brajajana Ranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Brajajana Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Brajajana Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Radha Madhava ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. Right. My name is Kamala Himangi Devidasi. I am currently living in Kerala. I believe all of you are not from Kerala, or at least not living. If there's someone, please let me know. Hare Krishna. I think I have to do my own introduction. We came to Krishna consciousness probably 15-20 years ago. We used to live in Sharjah, so we got amazing association of devotees and senior devotees, a lot of sannyasis. We were very fortunate to be there, and my Shiksha Guru is His Grace Sukakar Krishnadas Prabhu. You might be knowing him. He lives in Chennai now. He used to be the Yatra leader. And me and my sister, we were instantly attracted to Kirtan. And my mother was happy that she doesn't have to cook. If we come for programs, there's always prasadam provided. And she's always been someone who took up the seva of feeding devotees. That's her something that she really loves doing. And my father, they both are initiated. My sister is sheltered. Right now, they have retired and we live in Kerala. That's all about myself. So thank you all for joining. I am very grateful, humbled to be given this seva all of a sudden. But when seva knocks at your door, you just have to take it. Especially this one for my mother, who's been sick for the past few years. When she heard it, she said, "Yes, you must speak Srimad Bhagavatam." And even another friend of mine, instantly they pushed me to do this. So I think that's a sign from Krishna. So here we are. Thank you all for joining. Please forgive me if something doesn't suit your palate, something that I'm saying. But if you hear something and you appreciate it and you really like it, that's all glories to my spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. So without any further delay, we shall go ahead with the pranam mantras, and we shall read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, the last chapter 19. Shlokas 6 and 7 is what we will be going through. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasuti Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Yes. Okay. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna. So we shall go ahead with reading Srimad Bhagavatam, So the format will be the same. And yes, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, and it's titled The Prescribed Duties for Mankind. Chapter 19, entitled Performing the Pumsavana Ritualistic Ceremony, the last chapter in this canto. And it is a conversation, of course, between Maharaja Parikshit and Shukdev Goswami. And previously, the chapter just before this is where Diti Devi, Kashyapa Muni's wife, was seeking to have a child. She was actually seeking revenge, but somehow Kashyapa Muni figured out a way to and convince her to perform this particular Pumsavana ritualistic ceremony and to beget a child uh, to take the revenge that she was seeking. And in that way, this Pumsavana ceremony gave Diti Devi the son that she wanted, or more than what she wanted, because the idea or the intention of Kashyapa Muni was to completely transform the mindset of Diti Devi. And after that, the technical aspect of what one should do, how to, when to get up, what to do, all those details were given and through the instructions of Kashyapa Muni. And here at the end of that chapter, Shukadev Goswami was asked by Maharaja Parikshit that since you have already spoken about the Pumsavana vow, the vrata, can you please explain a little bit more that how by observing this vow can one please the Supreme Lord Vishnu? We have gone through the previous 5 verses. I hope my audio is clear. Please let me know otherwise.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So you can all open your mic and we shall recite the shlokas, the same format. Previously, the 5th chapter, again, the instruction is how one should glorify the Lord. The specific mantra also we will be including in verse number 7 today, but the lady the Mataji who is wanting to perform this vow should be praying first to the Lord. And the previous 2 verses were how she should pray to the Lord, what specifically how she should address the Lord. And after that, this verse, there is another personality that she should seek to offer her obeisances to. So please, we shall be reading verse 6 right now. You can unmute yourself and repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Right. Vishnupatni Mahamaye
विष्णुपत्नी
Mahapurusha Lakshane
महापुरुषलक्षणे
Priyetha me Mahabhage
प्रियेता मे महाभागे
Lokamatar Namostute
लोकमातर नमोस्तुते
Vishnupatni Mahamaye
विष्णुपत्नी महामाये
Mahapurusha Lakshane
महापुरुषलक्षणे
Priyetha me Mahabhage
प्रियेधा मे
प्रियेता महाभागे
Lokamatar Namostute.
लोकमातर नमोस्तुते
Please repeat after me the word-to-word translation and translation by his and purport by His Divine Grace Abhayashana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Vishnu Patni,
विष्णुपत्नी
O wife of Lord Vishnu.
O wife of Lord Vishnu,
Mahamaye,
Mahamaye,
O energy of Lord Vishnu.
energy
energy
of
of Lord
Lord
Vishnu.
Vishnu.
Mahapurusha Lakshane,
Mahapurusha
Mahapurusha
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi.
possessing the qualities and opulences of Lord Vishnu.
Possessing the qualities and
Possessing the
opulences of
qualities and
Lord
opulences
Vishnu.
of Lord Vishnu.
Priyetaha,
Priyetaha.
Priyetaha.
kindly be pleased.
Kindly
Kindly
be
be
pleased.
pleased.
May upon me.
May
May upon
upon
me.
me.
Mahabhage,
Mahabhagi.
Mahabhagi.
O goddess of fortune.
O goddess of
Goddess of
fortune.
fortune.
Lokamataha,
Lokamataha.
O mother of the world.
O
Mother
mother of the
of
world.
the world.
Namaha, obeisances.
Namaha
Namaha
obeisances.
obeisances.
Astu, may there be.
Astu me
To
there
me there
be.
be.
Day unto you.
Day unto you.
Unto you.
Reading the translation, please repeat after me. After profusely offering obeisances unto Lord Vishnu,
After
After
profusely offering
offering
obeisances unto
obeisances
Lord
unto
Vishnu,
Lord Vishnu,
the devotee should offer respectful obeisances unto Mother Lakshmi.
the devotee should
devotees
offer
should offer
respectful
respectful
obeisances
obeisance
unto Mother
unto Mother
Lakshmi,
Lakshmi,
The goddess of fortune, and pray as follows.
the goddess of
goddess
fortune,
of
and pray
fortune,
as follows.
as follows.
O wife of Lord Vishnu,
O
O
wife of
wife of
Lord
Lord
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
O internal energy of Lord Vishnu,
O
O
internal
internal
energy of
energy
Lord
of Lord
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
you are as good as Lord Vishnu himself.
you are
you are
as
as
good
good
as
as
Lord
Lord
Vishnu
Vishnu
himself.
himself.
For you have all his qualities and opulences.
For you have
For you
all
have
his
all his
qualities and
qualities and
opulences.
opulences.
O goddess of fortune, please be kind to me.
O goddess
O
of
goddess of
fortune,
fortune,
please
please
be
be
kind to
kind
me.
to me.
O mother of the entire world,
O
O
mother of
mother
the
of the
entire
entire
world,
world,
I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
I offer my
I offer my
respectful
respectful
obeisances unto
obeisances
you.
unto you.
Please listen to the purport. The Lord has multifarious potencies. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. Since Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is the Lord's very precious potency, she is addressed here as Mahamaya. The word Maya means Shakti. Maya means Shakti. Lord Vishnu, the Supreme, cannot exhibit his power everywhere without his principal energy. It is said, Shakti, Shaktiman, Abheda. The power and the powerful are identical. Therefore, Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is the constant companion of Lord Vishnu. They remain together constantly. One cannot keep Lakshmi in one's home without Lord Vishnu. To think that one can do so is very dangerous. To keep Lakshmi or the riches of the Lord without the service of the Lord is also dangerous, for then Lakshmi becomes illusory energy. With Lord Vishnu, however, Lakshmi is the spiritual energy. Though this is only one paragraph, we have some serious bang on punch lines that Srila Prabhupada has given us instructions, right? And this is something we have seen repeatedly before, how Srila Prabhupada refutes the idea that Lakshmi Devi can separately be worshipped for those who are seeking Lakshmi, money or wealth, and neglect Narayana, her husband. So निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबता भागवतरसमालयम् ओ मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Hare Krishna. So I apologize for not sharing the screen. I thought I already did. But here we are. And after a little bit, okay, why don't we even read the next shloka and we will go together. So this shloka, as you can see, is the mantra that the person who has taken to observing this vrata of Pumsavana should chant. Please unmute your mic and repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya
Mahanubhavaya Mahavibhuti
Mahanubhavaya Mahavibhuti
Mahavibhuti Pataye. It's one word.
Mahavibhuti Pataye
Saha Mahavibhutibhir
Saha Mahavibhutibhe
Balim Upaharatmiti
Balim Upaharamiti
Anenahar Ahar Mantrena
Anena Ahar Mantrena
Vishnur Avahanarghya
Vishnur Avahanarghya
Adyopasparshana Snana Vasa Upavita
Padyoparasana Snanavasa Upavita
Vibhushana Gandha Pushpa Dhupa
Vibhushana Gandha Pushpa Dhupa
Deepopaharadyupacharanan
Deepopharadi Upacharan
Susamahitopaharet.
Susamahitopaharet.
Would someone would like to read both the shlokas one after the other? Anyone devotee, so that then we can go ahead.
Yes, Mataji, I would like to read.
Yes, please.
Both these slokas I will have to recite, no, Mataji?
Just yes, Mataji.
Mataji, can you please share the
Yes.
previous screen? Vishnu Patni Mahamaye Mahapurusha Lakshane Priyata Me Mahabhage Lokamata Namostute. Mataji, can you please share the next one? Thank you, Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahanubhavaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Saha Mahavibhuti Balim Upaharamiti Anenahar Ahar Mantrena Vishnur Avahanagya Padyopasparasana Snanavasa Upavita Vibhushana Gandha Pushpa Dhupa Deepopaharadi Upacharan Susama Hitopaharet. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Now Kishori Devidasi Mataji, you have raised your hand. Hare Krishna. I think that right. Because we are short of time and we'll be having only half an hour, please repeat after me the word-to-word translation. Om, O my Lord.
Om, O my Lord.
O my Lord.
Namaha, obeisances.
Namaha,
Obeisances.
Bhagavate, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full with 6 opulences.
Bhagavate,
Unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to the
Opulence.
Mahapurushaya, the best of enjoyers.
Mahapurushaya, the best of
the best of
enjoyers.
enjoyers.
Maha Anubhavaya, the most powerful.
Mahaanubhavaya, the most
Powerful.
Of the goddess of Mahavibhuti, of the goddess of fortune.
Mahavibhuti of the goddess of fortune.
Pataye, the husband.
Pataye, the husband.
Saha, with.
Sahavi,
Mahavibhuti Vihi, associates.
Mahavibhuti Vihi
Associates.
associate.
Balim, presentations.
Balim
Presentations.
Upaharami, I am offering.
Upaharami, I am
am offering.
Iti thus,
It is
It
thus,
does
anena by this,
anena by this,
aha every day,
aha
every
every day,
day.
matrena mantra,
matrena mantra,
Mantra.
Vishnuhu of Lord Vishnu,
Vishnu of Lord Vishnu,
Avahana invocations,
Avahana invocation,
Arghya, Padya, Upasparshana, water for washing the hands, feet and mouth,
Arghya,
Padya,
Upasana,
water for washing the hands, feet and mouth.
water for bathing,
water for
Water
bathing,
for bathing.
Vasa garments,
Vasa garments,
Upavita a sacred thread,
Upavita,
Sacred thread.
Vibhushana ornaments,
Vibhushana,
Ornaments.
Gandha scents,
Gandha scents,
Pushpa flowers,
Pushpa
flowers,
Rupa incense,
Rupa
Incense.
Deepa lamps,
Deepa
Lamps.
Upahara gifts,
Upahara,
Adi and so on,
Adi and so on,
Upacharan,
upacharan,
Upachara.
presentation,
Upacharan presentation,
presentations,
Susamahita with great attention,
Susamahita with the great
Great
attention,
attention.
Upaharet she must offer.
Upahare, she must offer.
Okay. Translation, please repeat after me. My Lord Vishnu, full in 6 opulences,
My Lord Vishnu,
My
my
Lord
Lord
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
full in
with six opulences,
you are the best of all enjoyers and the most powerful one.
you
you
are
are
the
the best of
best of
all
all
enjoyers
enjoyers
and
and
the
the most
most powerful.
powerful one.
O husband of Mother Lakshmi,
O husband of
Husband of
Mother
Mother
Lakshmi,
Lakshmi,
I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
I
I
offer
offer
my
my
respectful
respectful
obeisances unto
obeisances
you,
unto you,
Who are combined by many associates,
who are
who are
accompanied by
accompanied
many
by many
associates,
such
associates,
as Vishwaksena.
such
such
as
as
Vishwaksena.
Vishnu.
I offer all the paraphernalia for worshipping you.
I
I offer
offer
all the
all the
paraphernalia for
paraphernalia
worshipping
for
you.
worshipping you.
This is the exact meaning of the mantra that we studied or we just read, and then one should chant the mantra every day with great attention
One
One
should
should
chant this
chant this
mantra
mantra
every day with
every
a
day
great
with great
attention
attention
while worshipping Lord Vishnu with all paraphernalia
while
while worshipping
worshipping
Lord
Lord
Vishnu
Vishnu
with
with
all
all
paraphernalia,
paraphernalia,
such as water for washing his feet, hands and mouth,
such as
such as
water
water for washing his
washing
feet,
his feet,
hands
hands and
and
mouth,
mouth,
and water for his bath.
and
and
water
water
for
for
his
his
bath.
bath.
One must offer him various presentations for his worship,
One
One
must
must offer him
offer him
various
various
presentations for his
presentations
worship,
for his worship,
such as garments, a sacred thread,
such
such as
as
garments, a
garments,
sacred thread,
ornaments, scents, flowers, incense and lamps.
ornaments, flowers,
ornaments,
incense, and lamps.
scents, flowers, incense, and lamps.
Yes. Purport, just one line. This mantra is very important. Anyone engaged in deity worship should chant this mantra as quoted above, beginning with Om Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Yes. Thank you. It is just such a beautiful way Srila Prabhupada ends that purport in one line. And we'll get back to that, but first let's focus on Shloka 1. Shloka 1 reveals quite a few, as I was saying, quite a few nice points that Srila Prabhupada mentions through his beautiful translation and then the explanation. One is that the Lord has multifarious potencies. He functions through the various Shaktis, and we know there are different kinds. His Ahladana Shakti, which is internal and superior or spiritual Shakti, there is the external illusory energy, and there is the Shakti in between that contains all the living entities, Jivatmas, right? Now, this is very interesting where after worshipping Lord Vishnu, after addressing Lord Vishnu, the next person is we are offering our worship and obeisances unto the Shakti. First to the Shaktiman, then to the Shakti. And this Shakti whom we are addressing is Mata Lakshmi. So, as the purport says, you cannot worship them individually, you have to worship them together. Srila Prabhupada's emphasis to this concept, this rule to not worship Lakshmi Mata alone, because that is not going to help. Rather, here it is saying that it is very dangerous. Srila Prabhupada says that it is very dangerous. And the next point that is very nice is that for you have all his qualities and opulences. That is what the translation says, because you are as good as Lord Vishnu himself. Then we'll go off and on the small purport, but I can keep quoting from it, and I hope you have something to refer, your book or your gadget. So, yes, Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Shruyate. The Lord has multifarious Shaktis which He controls. He doesn't even have to control, because as He thinks, they do the job for Him. And He is never alone. Many people have the misconception that the Lord, or a certain other religions, if you want to say, or other faiths, they believe that God is sitting alone on a throne in heaven. But no, he is surrounded, and his most closest associates are, in the inner circle, much more closer to him. And the most intimate person, the most intimate associate is who he sits alongside. So the Lord is never alone, and which is why Srila Prabhupada always wanted us, and that was his rule of worship, deity worship, that Krishna, the Lord, will never stand alone. Either he's with his siblings as Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadramai, or with his brother Sri Balram, or with Srimati Radharani and the Ashtasakhis. He is never alone, because he is always along with his Shakti, who are serving him constantly and trying to keep him happy. That's what they do. That's what the Shakti does. But here, Shakti and Shaktiman Abheda, and the powerful, the personality who owns the power, and the power itself are two separate concepts, but in the spiritual world where the Lord is, it's the same. Hence, Lakshmi Devi is as good as Lord Vishnu, for that's what the translation says. And what is it? Because you have all the qualities and opulences. At the same time, what we can think of from a different point of view is, this verse is also glorifying Srimati Radharani. Why Srimati Radharani? Because she is the master of all the opulences. She is the master of all the Shakti that is engaged in serving the Lord. And she is also the origin of two kinds of Shakti. The Parakiya Shakti and also the Swakiya Shakti. The Parakiya Shakti, of course, is led by her personally, which includes all the gopis, and the Swakiya Shakti are the innumerable Lakshmi Devis who also originate from her. So indirectly, this verse is also glorifying Srimati Radharani. And everywhere Srila Prabhupada has asked us to address and worship the Shakti before the Shaktiman, Srimati Radharani. And we even address the Lord like that. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Radhe Sham, Radha Krishna, Radha Madhav, Sita Ram, Lakshmi Narayan, isn't it? That is the way the Lord appreciates it. That's how the more we glorify and worship Srimati Radharani and all her expansions, the Lord is much more happy. It is also why they say that the Lord is extra merciful and extra happy when we celebrate and fast for Radhashtami. The other aspect is that she is extra merciful, that we have to fast only for half the day. But Sri Krishna is very pleased when we fast and we take the time to glorify Srimati Radharani. And it is so much so said that fasting on Radhashtami, which is only a half day fast, is equal to fasting for 100,000 Ekadashis. Technically, it even, surpasses the strength or power or value, if you want to, measure even the power of Nirjala Ekadashi. So, this is what pleases Krishna, and what does Srimati Radharani do? Always and always wanting to please Krishna in return. That's all that she cares about, or she does with her existence itself, right? Srila Prabhupada says, Shakti and Shaktiman are the same. And yet, there is a mystery in it. But before we get into the mystery, I would like to pull out go back to the same beautiful pastime of Tirupati Balaji, which doesn't begin there, but it begins in the previous Kali Yuga, where Bhrigu Rishi was testing who is the greatest of the lords and who is the topmost with the arguments between the rishis and the saints. You all know the story, but it goes a little bit more, and I'm pretty sure you know that part also. Bhrigu Rishi was going from one place to another, searching who is the best and the topmost and the Supreme Lord, and he comes to finally to Lord Vishnu's abode, where he is lying down, and Lakshmi Devi is right beside him. And after being testing Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and carrying his life with him, and he finally, what he does, the test becomes more intense as Bhrigu Rishi goes and stamps Lord Vishnu's chest. And what was the Lord's reaction? That, oh, I'm so sorry, my chest is so hard, it might have hurt your feet. And this is the way the Lord is reacting, completely unhurt, unbothered. Rather, he is trying to pacify Bhrigu Rishi for having such a hard chest. And that's all fine. And the title of the best Lord of all also received by Lord Vishnu. But someone was hurt with all this. Someone was furious. And who was that? Lakshmi Devi. She couldn't handle it. So she cursed Bhrigu Rishi and she left Vaikuntha. And she went and she hid somewhere. She hid in a place called Kolhapur in Maharashtra. And she didn't come back. Now Vaikuntha was bereft of Lakshmi Devi's presence. And Lord Vishnu was affected, of course, and he came down to earth searching for Lakshmi Devi. But when he came down, he disguised as a two-handed form. And in Tirupati, he comes and he meets Padmavati Devi and decides to get married to her. Being in the two-handed form and in disguise, he actually didn't carry any of his wealth. And on the other side, the wealth of Lord Vishnu is away from him. And we know how he decides to get married to Padmavati Devi, and he has to borrow all the wealth from all the Devatas, and the Devatas took it as a chance to serve the Lord. And so that, but by the time the wedding ceremony was fixed, Lakshmi Devi appears there. She comes out of her hiding and she says, how can you marry someone else in my absence? But she was, of course, already furious that she left her, her abode, her husband, and she's hiding. And now he decides to marry just because she's absent. And she was furious. And then the Lord says, please keep calm. This is as per your request only. How so? Just in the previous yuga, when this Padmavati is none other than Vedavati, who is Chaya Sita. So Chaya Sita, Vedavati took up the seva of being Chaya Sita, and she is the one who got tormented by Ravana, and she's the one who was gone into, was taken up, picked up by Ravana and put in the Ashokvan, and she's the one who suffered all the tormentation by the Rakshasis. And when finally Sita Mata came together with Lord Vishnu, Lord Ram, she requested the Lord to accept Vedavati as his wife. But the Lord said, this Leela, in this Leela, I am accepting only one wife, Eka Patni Vrata. So I will fulfill your request, but not this time. This is the same Padmavati. This is the same Padmavati, Vedavati, who is Padmavati this time, and also I'm doing things as per your request. So when Lakshmi Devi heard that, she said, okay, fine. And she helped to organize the wedding, and still she didn't go back. She went back to where she was. She didn't go back with the Lord. After the marriage, Padmavati Devi recognized how upset Lord Vishnu was. So she requested Lord Vishnu to go and seek for Lakshmi Devi's presence and go speak with her. By the time the Lord reached there, there was a lot of lot of drama, so per se, in Kolhapur. Lakshmi Devi, upon seeing Lord Vishnu, she's still upset about all these things. She disappears, but then Narad Muni comes, Bhrigu comes back, Lord Bhrigu Rishi comes back, and he begs for forgiveness. I've done such a big offense, but Lakshmi Devi is forgiving Bhrigu Rishi at that point. But this was under the after being talked to by Narad Muni, who came down and who says that, this was a Leela, and this is because of what Bhrigu Rishi did, your husband's glory has, expanded unlimitedly. And he is the Supreme Lord. He is given the title, not that he requires it, but everyone knows him. He is being glorified even more than before. And in that way, she was pacified by Narad Muni, and finally she forgives the Lord. She forgives Bhrigu Rishi, and she goes back with her husband. Actually, there is an express train between Tirupati Dham and Kolhapur, because these two temples are connected because of this Leela. So why this story? Because she is that important, and the Lord cannot not be happy without Lakshmi Devi being happy. And this verse hence is also that way glorifying Srimati Radharani, as I said, because she is the supreme Lakshmi. She is the supreme energy. And even in Radha Sahasranama, she has the name. It mentions it addresses Srimati Radharani as Lakshmi. There is one name in the Radha Sahasranama. And as we were saying, that here at the end of this paragraph, Srila Prabhupada says that it is dangerous because Lakshmi is also called Chanchala. She doesn't stay in one place. One person may be seen receiving a lot of wealth and being happy with his wealth and maybe even prospering, but in the next minute he is completely devoid of wealth. And that is because they may not be worshipping, or Lord Narayana is not being given the most important place alongside Lakshmi Devi and worship together. So why is that it is called dangerous? Because one, Lakshmi Devi gets transformed to the illusionary, the Durga Mata, if she is alone. And as everywhere you might have heard that where the husband is not there, the wife doesn't stay. So she transforms herself into Durga Mata, who is the illusory energy, and that is going to create havoc only. That is very dangerous, because nothing that comes out of what Maya Devi gives, it's going to be only trouble. To keep Lakshmi or the riches of the Lord without the service of the Lord is always dangerous. And so what do we do? What do devotees do? They engage whatever wealth they have in the service of the Lord. They engage that Lakshmi, the wealth, in the service of the Lord. And hence they are saved from the wrath of illusory energy. Example can be also given of Ravana, who tried to enjoy, not even serve, enjoy Sita Mata, Lakshmi Devi, the wealth of the Lord, the opulence of the Lord without the Lord. And what happened? Even Vibhishana, his brother, was warning him, do you think this is worthy of all the women that you can have, or you forcefully, try to enjoy? Why this lady? Why can't you spare her? This is not going to be good for you. Is it worth all, putting danger to all your wealth, your whole life, your family, your kingdom? But Ravana being Ravana, that's what he wanted. And what did it cause him? Only havoc and destruction. So to try to enjoy the spiritual energy, the Lord's opulence, without the proper channel, that means without him in the center, it's not going to last long. Rather, just not lasting, it will only cause more trouble to you, which is why Srila Prabhupada says that it is dangerous. To think one can do so is very dangerous. Now, we have 10 minutes. So much so that the Shakti gets more pleasure than the Lord. The Shakti enjoys more than the Shaktiman, in the sense that it was Satyabhama Devi who challenged Krishna, telling that there's something that you do not know. Krishna was thinking, I'm the Supreme Lord, knower of all knowings and all the things. How is it that I don't know? Satyabhama Devi said, Srimati Radharani knows something. We know something. They're all expansions of Lakshmi Devi. And Srimati Radharani knows something that you do not know. What was that? Can anyone tell? What is it that the Lord didn't know, though He is the Supreme? Hare Krishna?
We are not aware, Mataji.
It's okay. Does anyone have any guesses? Something that Krishna doesn't know. What Krishna doesn't know is that joy in serving Him, the pleasure of serving Him, because He's the Lord. He's been offered service. He receives the service, but that joy He cannot experience, isn't it? Which is also one reason why He wanted to take up the mood of the gopis, of course, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the one thing is that there are two things. The two pastimes that I can relate to this is, once Narad Muni, being the most liberated person who can travel anywhere, anytime, so much so that he can even go, it is said that he can go and meet Srimati Radharani at his will. So he being that free, he went to Vaikuntha Loka, and he saw that Lakshmi Devi, who is the queen, the empress, the master, mistress, is sweeping the floor of the palace. He was astounded. He went down and he asked, Lakshmi Devi, why are you doing this? Of all that you can do, you don't have to do anything, but why this? So the assistant was standing next to Lakshmi Devi, who was sweeping, and there is no dust also. There is no dust that you have to sweep and keep clean. Everything is already done. Why? The assistant said, actually, she's just trying to get the attention of the Lord, a little bit extra attention. So she is creating services in order to seek the attention and please Him, so that she can make Him smile and, make Him watch her do services. So she's happy to even do such a menial service. Of course, there's no dust, and you must have read how the palaces of Vaikuntha Lokas are impeccably decorated, that the floors are not marble but gemstones. And she was sweeping that. She's always there to serve the Lord. The other Srila Prabhupada says that when one sweeps the temple, one's heart gets cleansed. So we should be very much eager to serve the temple in any way, especially figure out ways to keep the temple. Prabhupada has so wonderfully and expertly set the standard of temple seva, deity worship in some time. The other person that I would like to relate or would like to tell is that Srimati Radharani has her own way to serve the Lord. Of course, she is the most benevolent and most expert, sevika of the Lord, but she has her own ways to do, and that's the only way she'll serve the Lord. The Lord created Shyam Kund, and we know the story of that. And everything was done so quickly because he just had to play his flute, show ishara with his eyes, like now you can, he just had to call the names of all the holy rivers. They all appeared and they, filled the crevice, crater that he had dug himself. But now, Srimati Radharani thought that if I make a kund by myself, that will please Krishna. She did not do it for anything else but to please Krishna. And that kund will please Krishna. So I have to make one. And what did Sri Krishna did? He said, my dear Srimati Radharani, it takes a lot of work. You're not me. But can I help you? She said, no, I'll do it by myself. And all the millions of gopis, her assistants, were physically with their hand digging a hole, excavating, into the bhumi. And once that was excavated, they strained a lot. And when she said, all the holy rivers are in Sham Sundar's Kund. Now, where were all the waters going to come from? What are you going to fill it with? Can I help you again? No. I will empower my gopis to be able to fly to Manasa Ganga and all the other heavenly places of holy waters and bring water from there and fill my kund. So she has a very unique way to serve the Lord, and she always tries to make it special, exquisite, only for Krishna. That's the only thing that she keeps thinking of. How can I make it special? And when that, she was even going to go, she was all fired up to go to that beyond that the gopis will be, given the power to fly. But then Lord Krishna, looked at the waters and he said, okay, go help her. And that way the holy waters came in front of her, begged her, like, please give us a chance to serve you. You are serving the Lord so much. Let us serve you. And Srimati Radharani agreed. And hence, or even Lalita Devi had to convince her with, like, chalo, give them also some service. You are doing so much special things. Get them to do something, That's what Srimati Radharani does. If we somehow get her attention, Kada Karishyasi Hamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. This is just a sidelong glance of her will help us. And if she is pleased with us, we can, she will recommend about us that there's this devotee, please, I see that they are serving you very well, so give them your mercy, right? So she was so fired up to do always special things that finally she agreed the holy waters to fill. So there's a connection between a small channel that connects, and the waters of Radhakund and Shyamkund are always crisscrossing. She also did this amazing thing of creating Sri Navadvip Dham, the 9 islands, and there's a central point where after creating all this from her heart, from within her heart, she invited Lord Krishna, and Krishna was so happy that he takes up the mood of being all merciful. It's Audharya Dham, the land of being so merciful, And of course, that is the mood that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has. It is the land of Navadvip, where he expands himself to take up the mood of Srimati Radharani in order to understand that one thing that he has never known, how to love Krishna, how to love himself, what does it feel to love, and the joy behind serving the Lord. Now, of all the things that we can talk about, but what I wanted to come to the point is the way Srila Prabhupada has set up the standard of deity worship. And so much so that he mentions in the next, the 7th verse, that this verse should be recited by those who are involved in deity worship. And the way this mantra can help us offer all these different items. Though this mantra specifically comes at this point where Kashyapa Muni advised to do this to Devahuti, and the scenario was different. And this is a vow mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a vrata that women can do, or pregnant women can do, or the husband can do for the pregnant woman or for his wife, that this comes in a very specific way, or in a scenario where those who actually don't do all this can take up this vrata and fulfill some certain desires of theirs. But what has Srila Prabhupada done? He has set up the deity worship standard so much that we offer all these items, we follow all these standards on a daily basis, right? Be it at the temple where the standards are much more high, but at home, those who are doing, those involved, and he says that Grahastha should be involved in deity worship. And the way he has set up the standards, we do this. Seva, something that is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam as a ritualistic activity, is done on a daily basis by devotees who follow the rules and regulations Srila Prabhupada has set up. That's how wonderful it is. That you utter this verse also when you're doing all these offerings, but it's not a vrata, it is a lifelong vrata. You're not doing it for 1 month in, one specific month in the year. It's done on a daily basis. So how much mercy we can get through this. More than anything, Srila Prabhupada says, deity worship means purification. Deity worship means cleanliness. So how clean we can, the definition of deity worship for Srila Prabhupada is cleanliness. And how much clean we can do our seva, the physical cleanliness in our mind, or even the physical attributes of deity worship, helps us cleanse our heart. And no matter how many times you stick to wash and clean and shine your offering utensils, that much will help you to cleanse your heart. Thank you very much for listening. I've gone over 1 minute. If there's any questions or comments, we can take 5 minutes, and please share your thoughts. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Abhayjanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Any comments, any questions? Please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much for the wonderful class, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Mataji, in the purport, Lakshmi Devi is called as Mahamaya. I thought she was Yogamaya, Mataji.
You thought she was Yogamaya.
Yes,
right.
Mataji. The
Good
external
question.
energy is called as Mataji.
Mahamaya, Yogamaya. But Yogamaya isn't it, where we have heard where Krishna is using his Yogamaya, his illusory energy to, cover up what he has done in front of Yashodama or his friends, right? So Mahamaya is the most extreme, superior Maya. Maya, potency, Mata, and also Maya here means Shakti. In that way, as per the purport, she is being addressed as the most precious potency. You cannot argue with what Srila Prabhupada is saying, but here it means the principal energy. Yogamaya, as my limited knowledge, is the illusory energy that Srila Prabhupada mentions in the end of the purport. I hope that clears it. If not, please ask someone who is more knowledgeable, or I will somehow figure out a way to get that answer to you. Or you can ask someone else, Mataji. I apologize for not
No,
giving the right
Mataji. Thank
answer.
you very much, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone with any other question?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, we have read 2 slokas.
Mm-hmm.
After slokas, what is the message we have to take home? And then,
Right.
day to day, how it is to be implemented to purify our further journey, our soul.
Awesome.
The ultimate
So,
message from that. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
yes, thank you, Prabhu. Very nice question. Because when we read in detail, sometimes we miss out, like you said, we might miss out the idea or how to imply it in our lives. Number one lesson would be to not worship Lakshmi Devi on her own. And as devotees, we are practicing the same thing. Srila Prabhupada has said, we worship Lakshmi Devi along with Narayana, Radharani along with Lord Krishna, Sham Sundar, Sita Mata along with Lord Ram. So you cannot leave out the Lord out of the equation. And there are so many nefarious groups of people who think it's okay to leave out Krishna from the equation. So that's one. Number two is deity worship, because that helps us purify. So the 2 shlokas, if we put together, worshipping Srimati Radharani and Sham Sundar together will help us in every single way, be it wanting, if our desires to be opulent or have some wealth, that will also be satisfied if we approach in the proper channel of worshipping Lakshmi Narayana, Ram Sita, Radha Madhav, but it is through deity worship given with the standards given by Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas, and always addressing and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is more than enough. You don't have to do any other ritualistic activity. So much so that Srila Prabhupada has gone to every extent to include all the ritualistic activities in our Krishna conscious daily practice. So we don't have to specifically focus on this. We are doing all this. The Bhagavad Parayana and the daily deity worship and the chanting involves everything.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Is that clear, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
100% clear. And then we make sure that definitely we were in the track, and in future also we will be in the same track.
Yes. If someone says they have Lakshmi Puja, question it. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for the question. I think that's it. All glories to the assembled devotees. Vanshakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhyaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Thank you so much for bearing with me. And all glories to my spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. We shall wind up this program.